Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Greeting from Residence Development Initiative Indonesia. I'm Danang Azhari, and in this session, please let me present what we have done to build resilience in displacement area in Garut, Indonesia. And we have been through it with making displacement safer project with GRDR. By the end of 2020, more than 7 million people were internally displaced by disaster across 104 countries around the world. Displacement could disrupt community and livelihood, and as disaster continued to increase, new and complex challenges are emerging in effort to reduce the vulnerability of this displaced population. Basically, making displacement safer aims to understand the disaster displacement from the community perspective and support the resilience of displaced communities around the world. This project was funded by USAID, with GRDR as the project coordinator and RDI as implementing partner. In Indonesia, a 2016 flash flood occurred in Cimanuk Watershed, Garut Regency, causing more than 2,000 residents to be displaced throughout the city. And most of the displacement locations are located at the edge of the city or the peri-urban of the cities, which is far from the cities, centers, and also lacks of the basic service. There was an urge to find a durable solution for the displaced community, and the MDS project with RDI tried to provide this since January 2021. As we all know, displaced communities have a higher possibilities to experience negative consequences, provision to reduce disaster displacement risk, and also respond to disaster displacement and strengthen the resilience of people that displaced by disaster should be included within the national and also the local disaster risk reduction, which include the plans, policies, and also the strategies, as well as a wider effort to implement the disaster risk reduction in other relevant laws, regulation, and also policies. RDI have implemented some steps that needs to be implemented in strengthening the displaced community that also mentioned in the World into Action guideline by UNDRR. The first one is understanding the displacement. We have collected data and insight from the community and other stakeholders and what needs to be done in the displacement. RDI did this through the views from the frontline survey or the risk perception survey, the spatial analysis, observation, and focus group discussion. And the second one is the strengthening the governance of the displacement issue. We work together with all stakeholders for establishing the consolidation commitment on the displacement issue. This process is done through the stakeholder mapping, stakeholder engagement, capacity gap assessment, and policy analysis, and many other things that we have done. And the third one is enhancing the preparedness and build back better with the relevant stakeholders and community. RDI did this through the task force establishment for the displacement issues and urban living lab approach, plan, and also training. And last but not least is finding the durable solutions for the displaced community. This process should be applied and deeply rooted in the community's needs and community's development issues. In Indonesia, there are several interesting findings in the local and national level that we could adopt in addressing the disaster displacement issues based from the guidance of Words into Action, of course. And in the local level, there is integration in the risk assessment. There is a need for integration in risk assessment and information management system that could be accessed by other stakeholders and all the stakeholders. In addition, measures to involve the displacement issues and displacement communities in the planning to formulate the solution in the first place is needed. And in the national level, the urgency for integrated information management tools that could be used for formulating the policies for managing the internally displaced peoples in the future, and then the need to push the IDP's management issues into the national policies, so it could be the main agenda along with the efficient translation and reinventing of the government. And furthermore, in the displaced location, there are key issues that have been constantly occurred. The first one is the access infrastructure and the data policy integration, the livelihood, which also include the micro and small medium enterprise, the social cohesion that need to be enhanced further, and the residential status, that some things that need by the communities. And if you're wondering what is urban living lab, an urban living lab is an approach using the local safe space for the innovative solution that aim to solve challenges and contribute to the long-term sustainability by actively and openly co-constructing solutions with the communities and also other stakeholders. And the place of urban living labs is also used for the developing a durable solution for the displaced community. The first thing that we've done for establishing the urban living labs is establish the task force of the stakeholders and the community. And afterward, we choose the safe space for the ULL, so anyone can express their opinion on the displaced communities issues without any judgment. Then we move to the exploration process. This space focuses on fostering the social, political, and also economic innovation and development in the displaced community. We use some tools to trigger the discussion with the community, such as community mapping, asset-based community development assessment, power mapping for the relevant stakeholders, and also the partnership strength, weakness, and also opportunity and threat. The next step is the co-creation. This space encourages the exploration of ideas and encourages the creative initiative to be implemented in the displaced community. In this space, a durable solution will be formulated, ready for the implementation step. In this process, we managed to agree upon the durable solution, which is the formulation of community cooperative enterprises. And also there were three key points about the cooperative unit, namely community self-resilience, post-disaster, supporting community business, and also increase community economy. And now, we're currently on the experimentation or implementation phase of the urban living labs. This phase will focus on the progressive and open approaches by the cooperative and communicative initiative to implement a community cooperative enterprise as a durable solution that has been chosen by us. And until now, we have been 50% done with the training for increasing the capacity of the displaced community and establishment of the community cooperative enterprise with the community and our partner. Therefore, we are asking the international actors to actively participate in strengthening the capacity in localizing approach to finding durable solution for the displaced community. The collaboration will take part in the three main points, such as the data collection. We would like to involve the international actors in supporting localized data collection for better data management in disaster displacement. The availability of data before, during, and also after the displacement could build a better understanding of the disaster displacement risk. And the second one is advocacy, to support meaningful participation between stakeholders, especially local stakeholders, to take part in addressing disaster displacement in the national and also the regional level. Collaboration between stakeholders is the key to designing strategies and also plans and durable solutions. Last but not least, mainstreaming finding durable solutions to enhance the localized solution-based displaced needs and capacities means we need to involve those at risk in designing, developing, and testing the solution or social innovation. And the pivotal point is to ensure the sustainability of the initiative. Before the end of the session, let us share the video presentation that will give us a reflection about the displaced community perspective, such as challenges, barriers, as well as hope for a better displacement management. Please enjoy the video.
As a country that is prone to disasters, Indonesia has experienced fluctuating numbers of internally displaced persons in the last decade. The flash flood in September 2016 affected 6 sub-districts. More than 2,500 houses were damaged and roughly 2,500 people were displaced from their homes. The local government decided to relocate those affected to 10 different locations in the periphery of Garut Kota sub-district, which are far from the city center and have minimal access to economic activities and basic facilities.
Jam 11 kirang 20 menit eta nu paling dahsyat paling ageng.
Cak ieu anu tos kekalelepan. Kan abi ieu pabelit sareng ieu tangkal sukun sampean. Mun teu pabelit mah abi bakal teu aya meureun. Hidup di kabumi abi nyarai teu aya sareng carogena murang kalina kena rangis.
Disasters cause the displaced communities to be more vulnerable, and efforts are needed to make the displacement safer for the displaced community. Making displacement safer is a project to seek locally led disaster risk reduction solutions to challenges faced by the displaced communities to increase understanding and innovative approaches. One of the activities in this project is called Urban Living Labs, an approach to formulate durable solutions for the displaced population in Garut, which aligns with the Words into Action guideline.
Kenalan apa yang kanu transportasi nu janten bingung teh teu gaduh kendaraan nyalira
teu gaduh kendaraan teh tebih pacabakan kitu janten tebih wae mah.
Alih kali teh yang sedih biasa abah ditu walaupun abah tukang kuli walaupun abah tukang beburuh 15.000 20.000 katuang ai keayaan dia mah jang lapur kangge ongkos ke teu cekap bager abah teh kitu.
Hoyong misalkan di dieu teh nya tiasa sapertos deui semula painten gitu.
Harapan kapayun mah gaduh modal teh hoyong nyana pemuda-pemuda nu ngalangur hoyong di daramal di dieu we. Kajen sakedik sewang lah rezeki mah.
Therefore, it is our responsibility to strengthen and mainstream the words into action and the localized approach to find durable solutions for displaced communities.
In order to strengthen the resilience of displaced communities, it is important to mainstream finding durable solution and enhance the localized solution based on displaced needs and capacities, which means we need to involve those at risk in designing the solution. Therefore, in this Ignite stage, we're asking the international actors to actively participate in strengthening the capacity in the localized approach to finding durable solution for the displaced community. Thank you and greetings from Indonesia.